Episode 9 is said to have many different twists and turns as well as surprises that'll change our view on the past Star Wars movies within the Skywalker saga by director J.J. Abrams. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one aspect of Episode 9 that a lot of people are really looking forward to are, of course, the tiny little references that will actually make the sequel trilogy feel a little bit more fulfilled. And we do know that Oscar Isaac actually spoke out today about Episode 9, stating that this movie, what J.J. Abrams and the cast and crew had actually done with the film and the team of Lucasfilm, makes the movie and the Skywalker saga feel very fulfilled just with Episode 9. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with Supreme Leader Snoke's first apprentice. Now, what's really intriguing about all of this is that a description of Kylo Ren inside of an abandoned First Order base that is said to have once belonged to Supreme Leader Snoke. It's described that Kylo comes across a box that holds the lightsaber of Snoke's first apprentice. The next goes over Kylo opening it in front of one of the Knights of Ren and handing him or her the lightsaber. Another goes over a diagram of the lightsaber of Snoke's first apprentice, where the saber is described as Dante's lightsaber. The lightsaber design of Dante is described to be silver in design, with a large red button for activation that ignites a red/crimson crossguard lightsaber. It's said that Kylo Ren hands this down to the lead Knight of Ren in the film. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this. Now, first things first, the name of Supreme Leader Snoke's first apprentice. It's currently unclear on whether or not that's a code name or a real name of Snoke's first apprentice and his name in the movie. Now, I gotta say one thing here. Dante, I'm not quite sure if that really feels very Star Wars-y. It's more around the lines of an Earth name. But then again, if you think about characters in Star Wars that have Earth names, that great examples are Luke, Han, and we even have Ezra. That's another Earth name, as well as Dante. So, now I also want to touch on the First Order base that was abandoned by Supreme Leader Snoke and the First Order before Kylo Ren's rule. So, what's really intriguing about them visiting this abandoned base, both the Knights of Ren and Kylo Ren going there on this unknown world based within the Outer Rim and or the unknown regions, we're not quite sure. Other than that, this world is based well outside of the portion of the galaxy, so it's most likely the Outer Rim and or the unknown regions, before Snoke officially made the decision to switch over to being mobile in space for the First Order headquarters. So it's without question that this abandoned base is going to turn into the First Order base that we actually heard of for many months now, that takes place within the third act of the movie and serves as the new headquarters that is led by Supreme Leader Ren and his Knights of Ren. So with that being said, guys, I want to go over to the lightsaber design of Snoke's first apprentice by descriptions here, alright? It's really intriguing because it's said to be silver in design with a red activation button. Now, it somewhat reminds me of Darth Maul's when I'm thinking about this in my head, like as if Darth Maul's was a single-bladed lightsaber. It's kind of like imagining it like that in my mind. But when we think about the character name of Dante, like I say, guys, do you think that's a sinister enough name for a character that's associated with the dark side of the Force under, pretty much the supervision of Supreme Leader Snoke and being affiliated with him and the beginning of the rise of the First Order? I would really love to hear what you guys have to say about all of this, because we do know that some canon material, like the first, or should I say the Last Jedi novelization, it actually touched on Snoke having more than one apprentice, at least before Kylo Ren. Now, this all has to do with Snoke's first apprentice, well before Kylo Ren, and well before Kylo Ren killed Supreme Leader Snoke. So this obviously is a very old lightsaber, probably well before the times of the original trilogy and maybe even the prequel trilogy for all we know. So that's what I like about this film, is that there's going to be a lot of reference material to a lot of the connections to some of the sequel trilogy characters, like Snoke's master, like Snoke's first apprentice, this and that. Of course, The Last Jedi, or should I say, of course, the Episode 9 visual dictionary, just like with The Last Jedi, it gives you more detail on certain objects and certain weapons and places than the movie could ever offer. And I'm sure that we're going to learn more and more about this mysterious character, codenamed and/or named Dante, that served as Snoke's first apprentice in the visual dictionary of Episode 9 without a doubt. So, with that being said, guys, do you think we will ever be able to see this character in design, either in the form of a comic book or a graphic novel, or maybe even in a future Star Wars film, if they ever want to do something like that? Like I say, we do know that Andy Serkis, Rian Johnson, J.J. Abrams, and even Dave Filoni got in on this. There's a big secret about Snoke's backstory, and why they kept it a secret is because they're keeping it open for the possibility of a future trilogy featuring Snoke, or just a future movie featuring Supreme Leader Snoke. If they ever do a Knights of Ren spin-off movie or TV series, that's probably the best segue in order to really give us that whole entire backstory of Snoke and Snoke's first apprentice. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.